Fair, it says that.
So yeah, everybody take a bounce. Welcome to saving enough money to move to Mars.
It's going to take a lot of saving.
Yeah. We drop in these fresh,
funky beats.
Yeah.
Play that monkey.
Play that funky music, white boy Gemma. Get it right.
No, it's a song about the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack. Just play that monkey music.
Monkey.
Well, no, I thought that was a DK rap. The greatest song in history.
Mate, they are fucking finally here performing for you, all right? Now, the thing is, lads, if you know the words, all right,
sing along.
You can join into, is what I'm getting at. Now,
welcome to Bad Creepypasta Sing Along.
If you want to clap. As we take you through
the DK
this
rap.
Monkey rap.
Fuck!
More on that story later. Now,
News at 11.
Here's Toby with sports.
I hate sports and American football confuses me. Why are they stopping every 5 minutes for adverts, Jacob? This annoys me. Back to the news.
Right, well, welcome back to the news. The noose. Well, we're going to be stepping in it right now. I'm going to kick out the chair from under my feet. Whoa, that's all suicide. That's what we're going to be doing.
We have Gemma live on the scene.
Lots and lots of live suicide.
Oh, God, right. So the other day, I got an hour and 45 minutes of sleep, and I was trying to function. And the way I described it to my friends was, I was lucid enough to know I was acting like a freak, but not quite enough to do anything about it. So I found myself going to the Subway, and it's hard enough trying to get a breakfast sub because most of the staff in there can't fucking speak English, so it was difficult enough to communicate with them. But then it got to a point where I was trying to. It shouldn't have taken 20 minutes to establish I needed an egg in the sandwich. That shouldn't have taken as long. I finally got it, and they were like, "Okay, so just the egg and the cheese." And in my head, I was like, "Now, Jacob, explain yourself." And I went, "No, there's going to be a big salad."
So were they thinking like,
no,
this drunk white motherfucker?
And finally, ordered the salad how I wanted it and everything else.
With lots of meat.
Be a big salad. Big salad in the house tonight, boys. On the presses.
No, so wasn't that your rap name before you became the Rhyme-Lick maneuver?
Big salad.
Big salad is here.
No, that's part of the Big Salad crew.
I just remember you telling
before
me...
I joined the Munch Bunch, I was in the Big Salad crew. It's like, I got 21 lettuce to go.
As your homeboy cucumber slice. And your other friend drizzle sauce.
How the fuck has this deteriorated this quickly?
Because you let us talk.
To be fair, we watched Jurassic Park 3 before this. Like, we're in a strange place. All of us.
You came up with a better ending as well.
We did.
Wait for the.
I have also only had 1 hour of sleep.
Lads, it was so fucking bad. Like trying to talk to customers. I wound up dancing. I was like, all right, I have to keep myself awake. And so one of my colleagues finally came up to join me on the high street. So I was like, right, okay, can you play some like Russian techno on your phone?
Of course, that's right here.
I just start like bopping and like dabbing in the middle of the high street, trying to wake myself up.
I had, you were the meme.
Want to dance? Want to ride a boat?
I had like 8 fucking like black coffees as well. I was just like, oh, what's the river tour? Nobody wanted to go anywhere the fuck near me.
So, I remember you telling me about your coffee that you got from the garage, and you went in there £2.40, and
it was £2.50.
It was £2.50, and then you were. I
was really upset that I had to break a $5, and I went, "Have you got a loyalty card?" I went, "Oh yeah," and I pulled it out, and it was fully stamped all the way to my free coffee. And honestly, it was like I just witnessed the second coming of Jesus Christ. I was like, "You give me that $5 back, darling, because I've got this."
So after you finished with what was it, a lot of salad? Did you move on to the aubergine dream?
So a tangerine dream were called first, and it wasn't working. Aubergine dream. Yeah. You can't. The Americans aren't getting it. They don't understand what an aubergine is. So you got to change the name of it. But they have tangerines over there. I believe so. Yes.
Well, like in America, it's an eggplant nightmare.
Is that true? Is that a thing? Is that a real?
There may have been a terrible pun, which We checked our TV tropes page. That's what Gemma's known for.
Yes. It was like, finally, the whole crew, Jake and Toby Maguire, Matt and Jerma.
Jerma.
It sounds like some sort of like
You sound like a villain in like a megacorp or something. It's the Jerma Corporation.
I wonder what they manufacture.
I don't know.
I was going to say like bioweapons, but this reminded me of like this company in China started up and it's a cosmetic company and they were called Umbrella and they had the umbrella symbol.
I don't understand tears can overpower armed security guards. I don't understand how fucking was it Norman Osborn can overpower security guards in that shitty Spider-Man movie where like tases them.
Was it not Harry Osborn?
No, it's Harry. Which one's Norman? Norman's the
older one.
Yeah, no,
Harry's...
it's Harry. Yeah, Norman's already dead by this point. It's Harry Osborn.
Yeah, because I was trying to think like when was there something really shitty like cause with what's his name? Willem Dafoe was.
No, this was in the far worse Spider-Man movies.
Okay, I haven't seen that. I've only ever seen the three Spider-Man movies, the three
Sam
ones,
Raimi
same
ones,
Sam
yeah.
Raimi ones, and we went to go see fucking the third one together, and that was a fucking laugh riot.
I promise I will make the Only Fools and Corpses Night of the Living Dell Lost Episode Troll Pasta a thing, I swear on my life. Please?
No, guys, we're not allowed to say troll pasta anymore because apparently that's
mean.
bullying. So we have to say joke pasta now.
Joke pasta.
I fucking wish I was joking.
I
Come from
had,
tard pastas.
I
You
had
could
five,
say, Jacob, you wish you were trolling.
God, I hope ISIS wins. My phone just
you could have
dinged
been
at me.
cajoling.
Well, the cajoling past,
Fucking hate everyone in this room.
especially Toby,
Yeah, especially Toby.
because we're bullying him. Remember?
Yeah, don't forget we're bullies. Especially Toby. We force him to come over and
Yeah.
record with us.
And then it'd be the Trove
Who
Pasta
said
wiki.
that? Who actually said that?
It was this fucking like hate pasta. Like I actually spoke to the author very briefly, but I was out and I had to deal with something else. So I was like, he's like, oh, I want to come on the show. I'm like, but you hate us. Like, no, obviously you can't.
Honestly, the only Spider-Man movie I liked as a kid was the third one.
You're a very stupid kid.
Oh!
You've been doing that a lot lately. So is that just a reflex you do now?
Yeah, it is.
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh!
wait, hold on.
Whoa! What a bit of shit.
I only liked Spider-Man 3. How do you permaban someone?
Vinegar doppio. It sounds like
Not
some
worth
sort of,
it.
It sounds like a
Don't
spell.
permaban.
It sounds like a spell.
Yeah, like you get get pissy at our fans. Like they're gonna start writing hate pastas.
Oh, like,
Toby was a shining beacon of beauty, standing upon the mountain. Below him were the two goblins who called themselves friends.
Well, Matt was this like very abusive
Yeah.
alcoholic, and Jacob was like a dude we
I'm like
don't
some
know
like,
guy.
fucking, like Machiavellian monster.
Yeah, well, like Dickens villains and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Utterly.
Poor Toby, the elfin
Utterly
boy
ridiculous.
who worked at YouTube for the poor pennies. The overseers of his YouTube channel, Evil Matt and Evil Jacob, who were both evil if you didn't get it.
Oh my God, you actually sound like a completely different person then. That's actually really impressive.
The funny thing is, I always...
His original voice was mostly kept him as fat. Now that's all gone. Like
Oh,
his voice
yes.
is gone. Like, the fatter you are, the lower your voice is.
I always spoke from my chin. Just stretched it up. Chubby Darth Vader.
Toby, that's why your voice is the highest of all of us, because you're the thinnest.
Yeah, I know. It's like my
What do
voice
you
is
mean,
not
boy?
as high as yours.
Hey up, son.
It's like Mickey Mouse with a chimney sweep.
Oh, the chimney sweep, son.
Stepping
That's
time,
it.
stepping
That
time.
was Toby. That was a very surprisingly good impression of a Cockney Mickey Mouse. That
Oh,
was,
was it?
that was fucking on point.
Then at the end of the film, when Mary Poppins flying away, he just takes his head off, and then all this yellow musk.
No, it's a raptor.
Ow.
Turns out it was the parrot organised it all.
Yeah. Oh my god, no one's gonna get this until they fucking listen to the
How many,
Jurassic
like-
Park commentary.
There's so many like
And kill my younger self, but then yourself wouldn't exist, and you're using logic creepypastas use that don't kill your
Killer
past
Khan,
self.
I answered this question last time. Considering you're saying your Chinese girlfriend, you're specifying which girlfriend. By that logic, you have more than one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just say your girlfriend.
Yeah.
If Gemma broke up with me, I wouldn't say my Scottish girlfriend unless I had several. So you just concentrate more effort on one of your other girlfriends.
And he doesn't have several.
100 million.
No, I wouldn't.
He's the guy who made, what was it, Super Seducer? It's that guy.
Yeah, God.
He's making a second game, by the way.
Why? Everyone hated the first one.
Obviously, we need it.
It got banned from what was it? It got banned from everything but Steam. I'm pretty sure. Or is it like even fucking was Xbox Live Arcade or whatever the fuck they're calling it now didn't take it.
Yeah.
I found a Wattpad story before we arrived.
Words.
Before the internet came.
Words in a sentence.
I have only.
No, it's not her fault. English isn't her first language.
It isn't my first language, and I've been up at only an hour.
Oh no, it's fine.
An hour.
I honestly.
English isn't your first language. It's peasant.
Good creepypasta. Toby gets a girlfriend.
The fact that Duncan's character in Within was called Henry made my day because I got to hear Toby repeatedly say my name.
And it's also my middle name.
That's profoundly
Really?
creepy.
It is
I didn't
my
know
middle
that.
name, yeah.
Jacob, do you have a middle name?
I do.
What is it?
Jacob.
Jacob
My
Sherwood.
fucking medical records say that. I had to get them to change it. I'm like, you know that Jacob is not my middle name. You know it's Jacob Stanley Sherwood. Right?
Jacob Sherwood.
Yeah. My fucking.
JJS Industries.
I'm like, if it was like Jacob, James
Joey
or something,
Jojo.
like fucking Jacob.
Mine's Claire.
I don't have one.
No, Toby, it couldn't be that.
Gemma
because
Claire Redfield.
I care way too much about
Jem
my,
Claire.
the journalistic integrity of the newspaper.
Just when you just introduce yourself to someone, it's like Jacob Sherwood.
Oh.
My name is Jacob Bocage Jacob.
The third Esquire Junior. He wrote Ghostbusters.
When she sends you nudes, but you just want pictures of Spider-Man.
I managed to go. I got on those scientific calculators and managed to make it just say "Madam" with like 3 exclamation marks. I was just like, when she sends nudes, but you wanted to advance mathematics.
Madam.
Should we get onto the creepypasta? Because everyone's like, what the fuck? Like,
No, they're fine. We've
okay.
with the pasta.
let's just
I'm
read.
just waiting for a proper submission from the
we've
the
got
chat.
Gemma, send something.
I've got Whitby After Dark, Volume 1.
Oh god.
Something good. That's what we read on this.
What the problem is? It's actually got quite a good premise because it's already accurate. Because apparently,
Whitby.
vampires are from Whitby.
I have to read this out, and then I'll just. It's not part of the story. It's the author's note.
Chakawang.
It's like dedicated to Paul Jackson, my reader / beta, my best friend, and without.
Beta.
Beta readers are people who read stories and
Right.
spell check.
I know,
Oh,
but it
right.
just says beta.
Yeah, I thought about like let him in. My beta.
No, I thought you meant like
The butt slave.
yeah, just like this guy is like, oh, I love him, but I've got to make sure he's in the fucking friend zone. Like this guy, you know, my guy with the little trilby hat and the bitch tits and the neck beard
You see,
and the Nintendo Switch.
This is the author's note. It's like my best friend, and without him, this volume would never have been completed. Thank you, Paul, for all the chocolate bribes to get chapters finished, encouragement, and typing at handwritten chapters. Love you, Paul. You're amazing, but you're only my friend and nothing more.
Really?
No.
I was gonna say, holy shit, what a burn! And like he starts to read it, and he's just like, "Well, I'm sure glad I dedicated
I'm
thinking,
I'm so glad I was here for the
like,
like,
jump out the window in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, well just puts his
Crown down.
Puts his phone down. No, puts the phone down.
It's like hops out the window.
It's like, to my mother, who when I was a child supported my creative writing and all things artistic.
Perhaps
Can you-
she shouldn't have.
It's like, thank you to those who read the early chapters posted on various creative writing sites, social networks, Facebook, etc. Your encouragement and kind words were inspirational. Special thanks to my other bestie, Ian. A great mind, he provided the wisdom and gentleman personality.
He was a
inspiration
wizard.
for Ethan. And to Lise, much thanks for the
I did.
emails, nagging, and conversations. And then prologue is spelt Prolojo.
So that
Prologue.
So first of all, thank you for all of these people reading my story and all of these different sides.
Thank you to the beta.
Thank you ever so much for the beta reader, who's
Yeah.
the person I'm
His-
definitely not
his
going to
job-
sleep with. Thank you to my best mate as well.
Yeah.
So,
all
like, you got
all
a
these
beta
fuckers
reader.
who proofread it for me, and the first fucking word is spelled incorrectly.
You know, Open Office is free.
Grammarly is fucking free. Like there
are
no
plenty
excuse.
of text-to-speech devices, so you put that through it and like, that sounds wrong. So, anyone else got any suggestions? Because we don't want to read Gemma's. Not because it's just it would be giving her like she thinks like we're going to read her suggestion next. She'll
here we go. Right, we've got to do this one. Jeff Magnum the Killer. Thank you, Mr. Snack Mix. That's very, very nice of you. I actually can't read suggestions unless they're in like a weird coloured bubble. So,
filled with money.
What's it called?
Jeff Mangum. It might be Magnum, but it says Jeff Mangum the Killer.
Magnum.
Jeff versus chewing gum.
Mangum.
Jeff Mandem.
Jeff Mandela.
Jeff Magnum the Killer. All right, I've got it.
Jeff. So is it about Jeff the Killer going around stabbing people with really expensive but delicious ice cream?
All right, this guy is like the singer of Neutral Milk Hotel. Is this called The Return and Demystification of Jeff Magnum? Because that's all I could find.
The Return and Demystification of Jeff Magnum.
PI.
All right, before we start reading this one, I just want to confirm that's the one they meant because let's put Jeff Magnum Creepypasta.
We don't have another Thomas, do we?
No.
Apart from Thomas was, one with better.
That was a great episode, though, wasn't it?
He's like, please read Thomas. Okay, like find this obscure thing. Oh man, that's crap. Like, that wasn't the one I wanted to read.
I like how both of I've had two people saying, "You don't mean mean to Gemma, only Toby."
I'll be mean to Gemma if I want. Get back in the kitchen. You're not allowed to vote or drive. I have opinions.
But I'm the only one who could drive out.
Oh, Gemma.
That's the
right, Gemma. What the fuck did you type? Because I cannot find it on Google.
I got Jeff. I typed it in, and the first thing that came up was the return and demystification of Jeff Magnum. I don't think it's the killer, unless it did. I don't know.
I just put Jeff
Magnum doll.
Jeff Magnum Creepypasta.
Just give them back their money and pick a different one.
Don't actually know how to do refunds, to be honest.
Good.
Jeff.
Sucker. That's how shops work. Sorry, I don't know how.
Right, Gemma, what's it called?
It's basically it just says Jeff Magnum the Killer, but I can't actually find a creepypasta.
Yeah, but what? All right.
Like at all. Like,
Gemma never found a thing.
I didn't find it. The first thing I found.
What the fuck did you find then?
It was called the Return and Demystification of Jeff Magnum, but it was actually
it was an article.
It was an article about him, but it was a very odd sounding article.
Jeff Magnum.
Kind of like
Jeff Mangum, by the way. It's not even Magnum. Mangum.
But I put Mangum, and I'm not getting anything.
No, but I mean that's the fucking real guy. I just found him. His name is actually Mangum.
Okay, wow.
Okay, so let's just not read that one and say we did. Oh well, that was a glitch, and we totally read that one for 40 minutes. It was hilarious.
Unless the guy wants to send us a link.
To be honest, I think he was just joking. I think he was just like wanted his comment read aloud. To be honest.
Okay.
Jeff Magnum.
Well, Shadow White has suggested something.
Give us $5. Worth it. They said Mangum.
And he's given us a link.
I suggest.
Sorry, does that link happen to be in a large, colourful bubble with dollar signs on it? Because if not, Gemma, I'm afraid I can't see it. I've got this bone marrow condition.
Well, you can read my one then.
Yeah, Jacob needs $3 million for his surgery, so start contributing. Because you have to pay to get surgery over here? Yes.
To be fair, you do for some surgery, but this is non-essential surgery, but I do need it for my mental health. I want to have an extra arm coming out of my chest so I can play N64.
I thought you just wanted a big pile of fucking money.
So I can play N64. No, I make that noise.
All right.
How long would this third arm be? Because it's got to be pretty small if you're going to play N64.
Maybe if it's quarto with just one arm.
Oh, yeah, but playing N64 where your arm was outstretched constantly.
Like you got using a 6-axis hat, brought it back.
It's a workout. Huh?
Jacob. Chapter 1.
Oh, this is the one with Prologue, isn't it?
Is this Whitby After Dark?
And it's just like the first line. Whitby, England's capital of the Goths, and hopefully one place I won't for once be classified as weird.
Okay,
no,
I already really
this.
dislike this author. Can you? What's it called? Whitby what?
It's called Whitby After Dark.
Do you know what would even be better than that?
It's volume 1 prologue.
Whitby, England, the capital of the Goths, and or if
I thought it was going to say capital of England,
or if you just changed it to like Camden, London,
capital of triads.
Isn't like Camden Market just for hipsters now?
Is it?
I like that it says Vampire Paranormal Story as well.
Oh,
this fucking idiot was like, "Oh, thanks for all the proofreaders," and there's idiot fucking proofreaders as well. They're like,
there's only one person.
Whitby After Dark, Vampire Paranormal Story.
Maybe Vampire's the new hip way of saying it.
Thanks for streaming today. I have a kidney stone in my right kidney. My left kidney is in remnants of a kidney stone. Now the UTI, you guys streaming always makes my day. No problem, pumpkin guys.
What I can find is it's on the Wattpad wiki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't actually find Wattpad itself.
Oh, you've got to click on it, like her profile, and it comes up.
Why is this so difficult?
Oh, is it?
Like it's there's a whole huge blue thing.
Jim, I don't think I'm on the same website as you. I'm on the Wattpad wiki.
All right, let me see this.
In the meantime, read comments because some guy had kidney stones, and I hope you get better because that sounds horrible. Because it's kidney stones.
Yes.
Mankind's oldest enemy, next to the sun. One day, mankind will go strong enough to wipe out the sun. Or at the very least, someone will win the tournament and get all the quickenings and then build a giant thing to block it out.
Yeah, that's utterly ridiculous. Also, if humans haven't been on the planet for hundreds of years, how has everything on it evolved to kill humans? And why doesn't being freezing cold every night, why doesn't that kill all the plant life?
Because
fucking confused.
Because God.
And what does the cold come like across? Like it's like chasing Jaden Smith.
Oh,
my suit turned black.
Like the link
I like it, but I think it's something bad.
The link is meant to be there. That's it here. So
you had to scroll. Wow.
There you go.
Jesus.
It's just a picture of a cherry. It's some like the front
looks
cover.
Like
it's like Twilight, but
yeah.
way fucking worse.
It's on Amazon.
There's not even drop shadows or anything like.
It's on Amazon.
I hope they spell check it before.
Hang on, this is on Amazon to buy
as well.
Well, because Kindles don't take up any paper.
Mm-hmm.
The Ursa.
Jacob, my littest boy, you are my favorite YouTuber.
Thank you, Lil Meow Meow. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same to you because I have not seen your channel.
But I'm sure. But Toby,
I'm suspicious of anyone who references cats in their name because cats are just pointless dogs.
Could be Officer Meow Meow Fuzzy Face.
Jacob, I know who your favorite YouTuber is. The wanky shit demon.
Yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
Your hero.
That thing Everno just did. That's the noise it makes.
Everything's made of wanking shit.
All right. Whitby. England's capital city of goths. I'm going to bring the mic a bit closer to it.
England's capital city of gods.
Of gods and monsters. And hopefully, one place I won't for once be classified as weird.
Just as a clown.
Weird? Me? Never. Okay, who on earth was I kidding? I thought I saw ghosts, for goodness sake. Oh, this is you can buy this on fucking Amazon. Okay.
You can buy Twilight on Amazon.
Buy the phenomenal on Amazon.
I constantly have dreams and daydreams of specific events happening that then happen just as I've pictured it. This had a proofreader.
That's not.
I creep myself out sometimes. As I lay in bed, the visions happened again. It was the same one I had 3 previous nights. Now it's in italics and the tense changes. I see a dim lit shore on the coastline. I hear a man's laughter. I see the girl again. The poor thing is terrified. Her blue eyes wide, dragon. The fear filling ever fiber of her. This had a proofreader!
Ever.
The fear filling ever fiber of her. A dark figure reaches for her, brushes her face with his hand.
Okay. All right. Please don't. Not again.
She pleaded.
Not in the butt.
The girl trembled as he leaned in towards her. He laughed
Mr.
still.
Dr. Professor Rabbit, here's some money for them programs, Jacob and Co.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Professor Rabbit.
Well,
you say Co.
Although
it's not going to be going towards programs, I'll be honest. It's going to be going towards my rent, which has increased by £100 a month.
Because the landlord doesn't know how to do maths and is
Mr.
or a dick.
Dr. Professor Rabbit, I don't appreciate the bench tails. Jesus Christ. Oof. This is the origins of that. Oof. Anyway.
He laughed again.
So she then froze. It wasn't just her being still. Nothing about her moved. The girl was petrified and couldn't move at all. She had become a living statue. Yes, one of those annoying dickweeds you see in a town high street.
He's pretending to be a statue and then they move.
And people scream, and it's apparently really funny. She couldn't move, couldn't plead, couldn't scream. The fear was so stale I could taste it. This story is stale. I felt sick with it. There was nothing I could do. This dream had happened before. I love how it was in the present tense a minute ago as well. I've already seen it happen. I couldn't stop it. I was helpless. Is the rest of the fucking story going to be in italics, by the way? Because it wasn't a minute ago.
They usually when they put italics, it's because someone's talking or it's like a change of perspective or something. Or
the vision smacked into me again. I saw the man move his face nearer and nearer. I was now in her body. Hey, in her body, eh, lads? Hey,
sounds a bit rude.
That sounds a bit like bum.
£2, evil Bobberoo.
Thank you, evil Bobberino. Mr. Dr. Professor Rabbit is dumb, says the person who gave us the £2. Thank you. It's very nice of you. It's going to go on my rent, though.
You don't need to whisper when the mic's like you're literally kissing the mic.
Nom, 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 nom.
Not even cock
That was
shaped.
basically a no you moment, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No you. Oof, Vord.
Hey, Order 66, but every death sentence is replaced with oof.
Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, but every single time Anakin opens his mouth, something eats him because of war.
I've already seen it happen. I couldn't stop it. Right, okay. I saw the man move his face nearer and nearer. I was now in her body. I felt what she felt, her helplessness, and her memories of how he'd touch her every night. Her pleading him, no!
Not in the butt!
He wouldn't stop. He'd never stop. I felt
Pounding that ass.
touch her / my body, and unable to do anything about it. I was out the scene again. Great. Again, this was proofread.
Out to sea.
This not only had a proofreader, but is also available for purchase. The poor girl was only about 12 years old, a child. He took everything away from her. Fucks.
Did he just say this like 8 times there?
Yeah, just fucking grim. It's always just this grim shit. Like, oh, it's gonna be my fun vampire fiction and everything. And like, pedophilia.
If we were we wouldn't be reading it if it was good.
They will never believe you, he whispered. Her mind cried out. It was unbearable. I can't read any more of this.
That was it. And then she's like, you could read the full novella on Amazon ebook.
I don't want to, mate. You've started off like
Novella.
there's like vampires, bad spelling, and the molestation of 12-year-olds. Like, fuck you, honestly.
What sort of audience I've got? I'm intrigued by this rapey vampire. Please go on.
The same morons that read Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey and all that shit.
So
basically, it was supposed to be Bella was she?
So they basically started this story with.
Why are you two fucking whispering?
With vampires, acting a bit creepy, and the lack of definement in the Geneva Convention.
Some person's like, read Boraska by C.K. Walker, please, guys, thanks.
Borat.
Read Borat.
Thing. I was gonna say it's like the sequel to Borat, like his cousin, Borask.
Boraska, I'll look it up.
Boraska.
Boraska.
No, it's just like, my wife made it. My wife! Ha-ha! Borat!
Borat.
Get in here. Do it again. My wife. Ha-ha!
There's one called Daily Lives as a...
Mummy Alive.
Sorry, I retched to the fucking figure that.
Daily Lives as a creepypasta.
Oh my god,
so many...
that.
How do you even begin unpacking the problems with
Daily
that title?
Lives to a creepypasta.
Well, I did nothing because I was just words on the internet.
Okay.
Also, daily life, like
Daily
just,
Lives.
not even
as a
not the daily
creepypasta.
lives of, or just daily life, or just daily life. Daily Lives as a creepypasta. Fucking, it's so wrong. It's like it's plural, then to singular, And then the thing itself is not is not a thing you can live as. It's a story.
Oh, Jacob.
Is that have you looked at the Baraska one?
No.
But look at the Baraska one. Look how long it is.
We ain't fucking doing that live.
Daily Lives is a creepypasta, on the other hand. Now that.
Yeah, we ain't doing a long one. We ain't gonna be.
Oh, hold up. Thank you, Mr. Snack Mix, for the $5. I needed the exact change, but you gave me $5, so thank you.
So that's to charge him extra.
If anyone doesn't get that joke, I apologize. Sorry for the confusion. 'Twas a joke. Try Ben Drowned His Back on Joke Pasta for a real story. All right, my man, he done paid us $5. I'm gonna roll on over to Joke Pasta.
Also, Jacob, I've been wanting to ask, what's this dragon thing you keep laughing at?
No, right, okay. So there's this thing I keep doing where people will be saying, and I'll say, "Oh, you think that's bad? Imagine Dragons."
Oh,
right. And Imagine Dragons is a band.
Yeah, I know.
They really suck. So
yeah. What's the name of the thing?
Ben Drowned His Back.
Ben. Oh.
Why do people think Drowned is his fucking surname?
Jacob.
Well, they're the guys who did Radiation.
Jacob.
No, Radioactive. What's that?
I'm sorry, I'm putting on my serious voice. We have to do
Daily Lives as a
Creepypasta at some point as an actual recording.
Is that the Slender Mansion one?
It is the Slender Mansion one.
Oh my!
That's gotta be like a special.
Viciously bumming each other.
It's Halloween soon.
That's gotta be the fucking Halloween episode, isn't it?
Oh god, there's this. It was like there's like behind the story. Who drowned? Ben drowned.
This is like a really simple song that help children learn context.
Who drowned? Ben drowned.
Who drowned? Ben drowned.
Say that like fucking what's his name? Oh,
Nelson Mandela?
No. Who's
Martin Luther King.
Who's the guy?
Oh. Michael Rosenfort.
Yeah, do it.
Who drowned? Ben drowned.
Nuts.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh!
Fill my mouth with that thick, sweet juice.
Blah!
Blah! Watch me swallow.
Joke pasta.
My god, you couldn't have sounded more British if you tried, love.
You all know the story.
You're gonna sound more poor if you tried.
You
a commoner? I'll fucking have you, geese.
Oh my god, I'll get to this eventually.
I don't fucking have your geese.
You all know.
Howard.
Right, he's done.
You all know the story about Ben. Yes, you know it, but you don't know things that I think it's right, because think of the thing what happened with Ben was 2010, and in this time it gives GPS and other PC hacking tools.
That was
I
not
mean,
a sentence.
the people who does it had in the game card, and now it isn't now important. I am telling rather the story what happened with me and my friend.
Did he say you can hack something with a GPS?
I don't fucking
Can I just say
know.
the best part of this already is Ben in 2010. That's just made me.
Yeah. It was a Tuesday, and I was with a friend.
Cool.
We were like another days from the PC.
Cool.
Then came from a second to... This has got to have been translated, right, on Google Translate.
From...
Congratulations, it is my name.
It's from English to Swahili to...
Basque.
Basque.
Fuck you in your cave.
Right. There came a second to another second. A message who wrote, "Want you play? We don't think about it." So I clicked it away and the PC crashed. Then, when the PC restarted, came another message, "Where written."
Do
your Ben Drowned
where written? Sorry, what voice am I doing?
Your Ben Drowned.
Just fucking...
my Ben Drowned voice.
Sorry. My name's not Drowned.
You can't escape. Play with me or you are going to die.
We thought it was a hacker.
Of course.
New paragraph. Who wants he's fun? Then we clicked OK. Then the PC downloaded a file.
Who wants the fun?
Where was an emulator and the game Majora's Mask?
Where was the emulator?
My friend started to play the game with the name Ben. I think that can't be true. But it was true.
True. In a field where you can put your own fucking name. Ben? Fucking Ben?
It's impossible.
It can't be true.
Everyone knows that E has been extinct for centuries.
Ben isn't in a name. What the
The last Ben died out years ago. You see, what happened was everyone got really bored of seeing Bens in zoos, so they all put them down.
No, they just crossbred all the Bens with all the Jeffs.
And now they're invisible.
because that's how that works. People are just so bored
with normal bends in zoos. They had to genetically engineer Jeff.
So Ron Howard's daughter is just like he was just walking around with completely monotonous. No one's interested in Bens anymore.
Is this the emotion you, Chris Pratt, calls love? I do not compute this. I will now proceed to run in high heels.
Astro Buff, that fucking comment's amazing. Puffs on cigarette. Ben, that's not the name of holding it.
The way you said it, I don't know why, it just made me think of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just like
what? The
Ben.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's like, Ben, that's a name I haven't heard in a lot. I just called you Ben. It's like everyone calls you Ben. You've gotten confused. You've gotten confused here. It's like,
Ben,
yes, I'm in the early stages of Alzheimer's.
It's like, Ben, I was here yesterday, mate. I cleaned your speeder. What the fuck are you? What? Continue.
Oh,
God. I genuinely have forgotten where I am.
It is happening.
No, actually, we're not drunk. Timmy, 1, 2, 3. Timmy.
We're just drunk on love.
It is happening. Everything like by
I have said that I am going now. I don't want that Ben to kill me. You can play the game when you want it, I said to my friend. Did he ever kill anyone? At the same evening, my friend was calling me. He was like sadly and aggressive. I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Ben is coming and bring me to the higher layer." I said,
"Bring me the higher layer."
Was that any song, or do you just feel like
no?
singing?
This is. Higher love. He said that Ben had called to tell me it was over, and he had the high ground.
It's over, Jeff. I have the high ground. Oh no, you don't. Oh, I fell into lava because I'm a clumsy fuck.
It's over, Anakin.
I'm even more burnt than usual.
You're underestimated by power. Try it.
Quick saving. Several canoe.
I just want to redo all of the prequels now, just with creepypasta characters. And Slenderman said nothing,
and then Slenderman said, "Hello there."
He didn't say anything. He just kept doing an Irish jig.
It's like a surprise indeed, but a welcome one.
Is that Jason the Toy Maker?
Yeah. It's like execute order 66. A fucking prequel.
Nelson Mandela Palpatine. Nelson Van Palpatine Della.
Oh my God! Like someone just mentioned Eminem's new album. Like, it's just like putting your headphones in a fucking toilet and just listening to that. Like, yeah.
This looks like a good job for me.
Oh man, yeah. He was really good like 2 decades ago.
It's like when when the baker has made too much garlic bread and someone needs to eat it before tomorrow. Well, this looks like a job for me.
Mom spaghetti.
Oh my God. Where the fuck? Another Happy Land? There's fucking prequel memes in the chat.
I love prequel memes. They are fucking so funny.
It's like, hello there. Ah, several Kenobi.
Bring me to the higher layer, I said. Wait, I am coming.
All right, okay, bring me.
In the Parliament.
All right, the television is crushed, and the song of unhealing is come. I have scared.
The song of unhealing. The notes have formed together and have somehow produced semen.
I was thinking he lives, how it can be. I have so many questions, but I scared about the reality. What happened to my friend from there? I never see him again. When Ben is living, I don't understand why. Doesn't people do anything? I understand that some games from Nintendo at the 90s have lots of problems. Like
they'll really lack some quality control. This one that glitches out. This one that's missing a character. This one kills people.
Yeah,
Pokemon Red.
Just ignore that one.
And the Virtual Boy.
Pokemon Red and Green, but that's a little bit overpraise. The end.
There's something in my eye.
The song of unhealing nutted in this story, everyone. The end. That's basically the story.
What the fuck?
That's one of the ones that's hard to make fun of because it's so incomprehensible.
I don't even know what it was about.
Is this where the Electric Boogaloo thing
came
from?
Yeah.
Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I bought that.
Fantastic.
Just for the name.
Breakdancing, hip hop, rap, and a good time are the main starters. It's the follow-up to the smash hit movie Breaking 2.
The greatest movie of all time, Footloose.
I am a strong guy with lots of belts.
Oh my god, the main character is called fucking Ozone. And he's called, his actual name...
Where's my super suit?
No, the fucking thing is, his actual name is Adolfo. Adolfo!
So the actual actor's name? It's spelled the same as Adolfo, so it's just an O on the end.
Adolfo Hitler.
I swear his name is Adolfo Quinoa. Like...
Oh my god.
Why were you starting to read Stabby Jack?
Adolfo Shabadoo Quinoa.
Any name that ends in Shabadoo is the best name.
Michael
Joey
Boo,
Joe.
Shrimp Chambers.
Joey Jojo.
Shrimp Chamber.
It sounds like you're reading a creepypasta.
I feel like that's
stroke.
I feel like that's like a something you'd find in
Hang off, Toby.
you'd find in a kitchen. It's like, oh, where's the vegetable steamer? It's just behind the 2 shrimp chambers there.
A big fancy kitchen for rich people. Oh, what's that? That's the shrimp chambers. What's that for? Oh, you think it's for cooking, but it's a sex thing.
Right then, boys. Oh, see you nice.
Right. Toby can't stand all the fans that are here, so he's leaving. He hates you.
Longer, but I've got to get a fucking. So,
he's got. Yeah, as I say, he's got to go to rehab.
Yeah.
I was going to say he's got. You know. He goes to his orgy
He's
class.
found out that the neutrinos are mutating.
I was just thinking about that the other day.
The neutrinos are mutating.
I was thinking about that. Like that's
the neutrinos are mutating.
I was thinking about that. Like,
See you later, guys.
They're mutating, Master Way.
I was thinking about that the other day. Literally, just yesterday in the shower, I was just thinking about that because I was. And like that's probably the single most unbelievable thing in all of cinema. Like literally any other fictional thing, like the Force, like anything in Star Wars, anything in Lord of the Rings, anything in the fucking Looney Tunes cartoon is more realistic than the neutrinos are mutating and they're heating up the Earth.
Thank you, Uncle Octopus, for the £2. Who says you're no match for him. He's a Finnish lord. My powers have doubled.
From Firelord Ozone.
I've just got this idea of now, like, oh, you're gonna all right, ring up the guys who made Avatar, make them redo it. Apart from Firelord Ozone, now it's now a dancing freak.
That's making Firelord Frozone. It's really confusing because the Firelord, but he shoots ice out of his hands.
So instead of like a burn, he's just got a massive bruise. Oh.
Yeah.
That was just that.
What happened to your face? My father threw ice in my eye. It doesn't really seem like a big deal, if I'm honest.
It really stung, and then I had to go get my other back because wait, did the Firelord just shoot ice? It's cold fire. Well, we are firebenders and we do shoot lightning, so yeah, that checks out.
I had this image of like all these soldiers like reporting on the war, and he's just like. He's like where's the Firelord? He's trying to make it one of those war meetings, just running around. Where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit? Bitch!
Why do you need to know?
Well, this is for the greater good.
That I'm the greatest good you ever gonna get.
I fucking love that film so much.
I was just that person. You tell me where my suit is, woman.
Just gets really violent. It's like
just domestic abuse.
Just that's in the deleted scenes.
Just like Samuel L. Jackson just screaming profanity all on like these bonus extras.
It's over, apartheid. I have the moral high ground. I didn't get it through moral means, but it's okay.
Well, I mean, you keep making fun of Nelson Mandela, but he did, what was it? He did, he went to prison. And he hasn't committed any crime since he's come out, so
the system works.
Yeah, I love that Ricky joke.
The other one,
the other one was like that woman who sat, like that black woman who sat at the back,
Rosa Parks.
Yeah, who sat in front of the bus. Like did stand up for like the handicapped old people. Yeah. Kept talking to the driver. Did have exact change.
So she's talking to Joe. Did she have exact change? Did she bollocks?
Could you guys try reading Exploders of Death? It is by the same chick who did the creepypasta Terms of Service.
Thank you, Wizard Gino, for the $1. $1 redo. I think we should, if we reach a certain point. Okay, how much have we made so far?
Don't fucking.
No, listen. So we can finance a trip to the movies to see the Slender Man film. Because tickets are like a $5, right? They're not expensive.
Yeah, they're $5.
So, like, you and Gemma will go.
Yeah, you ain't fucking coming. Right.
I'm happy not to go and watch the fucking Slender Man movie.
Can we please lift our sober ban then?
A what ban?
For that day.
A sober ban? We're not allowed a day. Now that's next month. That's Scotch. Right. Okay. Fuck Macmillan Cancer Support. Right. That was a good way to start a sentence.
Can we lift our not drinking ban for that day?
Listen, fellas. Fuck Macmillan Cancer Support. Go sober for October. That's a new thing they've just started doing, right? And because I've been doing Scotchtober since I was 16 years old. All right. If you don't know Scotchtober, you drink.
I mean, like, you're Northern, so you started late.
You drink an alcoholic beverage, minimum one, every day in the month of October. Hence the name Scotchtober. And they literally come out and do the opposite, and then they make it about cancer because it's always about them, isn't it? Like, I've been doing this for years, all right? I've been doing this for over a decade. You can't just come out and trample all over my thing because, some people are sick. Fuck off.
Well, that's the thing is, my birthday's in October, so I'm obviously not going to go sober for October because it's my birthday month, and I want to enjoy it. September, fuck September.
Yeah, and to be honest, I haven't got cancer, so what have Macmillan ever done for me?
Exactly. What have Macmillan Cancer Research ever done for us?
My birthday's in October as well.
It is.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And for all I want for my birthday is a properly functioning leg. Let's see how that works out.
Here's hoping.
Someone just got here and said, has Toby died? I'm like, I don't know how to tell you. Toby actually left.
Yeah.
Like, I love the way he's like, I'll stay till like 7:15, leaves at like fucking 6:45.
He's like 50 minutes to get to a place that's like down the hall.
Yeah, it's basically... It's
next
not quite
we're above it.
It's not quite on the street, but like it's
literally
it's less than 5 minutes walk.
It's basically it's taking place in the toilet. He's just having he's stuck in his own dick in the toilet.
Hello,
ISIS.
Pro.
Just hello, ISIS. Please, can you hurry up and win the war?
No. I was thinking like, is that like a 50 Cent concert? Hello, ISIS.
My birthday's in September.
Have you ever seen anything from Blood on the Sands?
Blood on the Sand is the greatest fucking game of all time.
Because I've known about it for years, and I just watched like some people do Let's Play of it, and just the thing of like 50 Cent on stage in fucking some war-torn country in the East, and he's got like a bulletproof jacket on grenades, guns.
Doesn't like somebody like steal, I don't know, the Jade Monkey or the Maltese Falcon or something, and he just like chases
the guy
him down.
who got him there is like someone is going to pay 50 Cent $10 million to put it on a show in fucking Iran or something like that. And he's like, I don't have your money, but I do have this. And it's basically a skull that's been inlaid with diamonds.
Yeah, that was it.
And then while he's driving through, a bunch of people steal his skull. And the crystal skull, not...
Yeah, it's like decapitate 50 Cent.
And then he has to put on... And through the power of his...
Yeah, then he puts on...
the crystal skull.
Oh, it's like Decap Attack, right? So he's running around with a crystal skull on his shoulders.
That would actually be better, but...
Mate, that'd be a sick game.
Yeah, from what I know about, it's basically people like basically spewing plot at him, because, I'm taking this so I can conquer this nation and oil, and I don't care. Where's my money at?
Bitch, better have my money.
Where's my super suit?
Where's my super suit?
When I get back, I am gonna beat you, woman.
You tell me what
just 50 Cent with like a diamond encrusted crystal skull for a head that he can throw at people, and it always comes back like a boomerang, shooting ice. Just like mowing down ISIS agents. Fucking best game of all time.
There's my super suit. That's my impression of 50 Cent, because he just seems to...
Yeah, he's like slurs.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he's supposed to be got shot 9 times. Was one of them like in the cheek or something?
Yeah, I think one of them was straight in the vocal cords. If I'd been shot 9 times, I can't help but think I'd probably stop being such a cunt.
No, he took it as a challenge.
Because you know the word club always rhymes with club.
He's a parasite controlling his body like dead cells.
There's does anyone remember in what was it? Dead Space 2. That was the aliens that was made up.
The Dead Space game, man.
Dead Space 3. But that was a shit one.
Literally, the Dead Space 1 is the only good one, and that has not aged well.
Dead Space 1 stops being good the second you get to the shooting the asteroids.
Yeah, that's better. That bit is bullshit.
No, but there's an enemy that's like made up of all these other body parts, And if the head part kills you, do you remember that one?
Yes.
If it kills you, what it does is it kills you. It knocks your head off and replaces itself.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking of 50 Cent. Oh no, I've lost my skull. I need my skull for my rap career. I better use this instead.
What a weird voice for 50 Cent. I like they couldn't actually get 50 Cent to play him, so they just they just saw you at the and like they saw you buying like mac and cheese at Pret, and they were just like, I like the cut of your jibs, sonny boy.
That is how basically every single English dub Japanese game ever seemed to work. Because hey, stranger on the street, do you know English?
Like,
yeah, you're a voice actor for this game.
Kind of, yeah. I speak it, kind of.
I'm actually Spanish, but I know some English.
Great, ideal.
You're Wesker now.
Yeah. I do speak the English a little. Great.
God, did you ever play Resident Evil 5?
Yes.
It was awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I just got through watching Super Best Friends do a Let's Play of it. And God, this game is stupid.
You know what's worse than Resident Evil 5?
6?
Silent Hill Homecoming.
Silent Hill Homecoming.
Oh, what the one where the guy's
garbage.
he can fight the monsters because he was in the army, but no, he wasn't. He's been in a coma for like the last 2 years, so he'll be less effective than say the 17-year-old girl.
Yes.
Because I'm sure he gets plenty of exercise locked up in that room.
Oh no, that's Silent Hill for the room.
No, I'm saying like a padded room.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but Zombie Studios have finally released their Russian sleep experiment movie, and it's weird.
It is weird.
So I don't know.
You gotta get it if you've.
It's probably fucking
weeks.
Screen share it or something.
Or go find
Why
it
was
yourself.
the Doctor CGI? What the fuck are you talking about?
What was Doctor Who?
Why was the Doctor CGI when they had an actor they paid for him? What are you talking about? What?
We haven't been actually paying attention to what you're saying, so that's Gemma's job, but she's been bad at it.
It's true.
This is why you shouldn't let women in the workplace.
And they distract the men as well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm plenty distracting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With that giant praying mantis growing out your back, it's really distracting. So, Gemma, you do something with your hair? No, no, actually.
Just basically just what happens in that first season episode of Buffy.
Oh, I remember that one. With it's weird how there's more than one in season 1. There's more than one actor from Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
I know.
In Buffy, I'm like, what a fucking weird connection.
Yeah.
What, you mean there wasn't a Vice Principal Shang Tsung?
It's too bad you die.
I thought she got more work after that. I'm like, yeah, this will be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Slenderman movie with Jacob is Slenderman. I just show up in the woods and speak disapprovingly to people.
I remember. Do you remember when we?
Evan, mate, if you have fan art, and thank you for doing it. The best bet is to send it to us on Discord. That's probably the best way to get it to us. There's like a whole fan art channel on the Discord server, so you just put it in there, mate.
Shadow White sent us a creepypasta to read.
Cool. I'm getting kind of hungry. I might have some snaps first.
I might just turn it off right now. Just take everyone's money and piss. Right?
Yeah, just leave immediately.
Suckers.
We've got 87 people.
Suckers. We had more, and then we just started talking about whatever 50 Cent, and everyone left. I don't know.
50 Cent would make a great.
Everyone's like, I don't know rap music. I'll leave now.
Decapitated Diamond Crystal Skull. 50 Cent is a great creepypasta character. I'm waiting for someone to do a proper Jeff the Killer story versus.
Wait! Someone in the chat is trying to defend the fucking Slenderman movie. We haven't seen it yet, but
it just looks like dog shit.
Yeah,
in every conceivable way. And I've checked out a few people online. I mean, just at random. I don't know who this person is. I don't know anything about them. They could be. I could agree with disagree with everything they've ever said. They may love Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, but they keep saying that Slenderman is boring and shit.
Yeah, you're the first person I've seen say a good word about it. So I'm not sure if you're being sincere or whether you're joking, but I definitely want to see it and make fun of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're probably going to do that.
Also, once again, I've said this a bunch of times to you, but I'm not sure if it's online. But you know, whether rather that fucking zeitgeist of the Slender Man, what was it? What,
I think that next year we've got the 9-gag movie coming out from Sony. Sony will also bringing us the Planking movie.
Shadow White, if you could please post the link for the Discord for people to join
into the chat.
Into the chat, that would be much appreciated.
Into the Chittlebanks.
This is the creepypasta you have suggested.
Daughter of the Reaper.
Daughter of the Reaper.
That sounds super edgy.
Right.
Like a scythe.
Oh,
the greatest weapon known to man.
Oh, I'll read this one.
Right. Do you want to read it real quick then? Because I'm super hungry and I don't want to be chewing into the microphone.
I do.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Hang on. Let me get out of here for a second.
I mean, it's not like Jacob can give me food. I don't eat his disgusting swill. I eat filet mignon.
Filet mignon and Milky Way crispy rolls.
Yeah.
Together.
Oh well, yeah, obviously.
The most decadent food. it's like I'm a fucking emperor of Rome.
It's the most disgusting thing. It's a turkey stuffed. It's like a chicken stuffed inside a turkey. Well, the whole thing is basted in Milky Way magic stars.
As the wind.
This is like hedonism bot. Oh, this is delicious. Come back, get the Milky Way crispy rolls.
All right. As the wind tosses my raven black hair,
okay, I hate it already.
Stand alone on a hill in the middle of nowhere. In my right hand, a freshly sharpened scythe. It's a blade like a star in the pure black night. For the moment, the clouds are covering the stars and the full moon. In the distance, I can see the head.
Gemma, reading it like that.
Nope.
Read it normally.
It's just because it was like...
Gemma, if you keep reading it, I swear to fucking God, I will find Toby and punch him.
He's going to leave if you read it like that. I guarantee it.
Okay, in the distance, I can see the headlights of an unsuspecting car driving through the sleeping hillside. As you get closer, I move down the hill and stand in the middle of the road.
And stabs herself on the fucking side.
Gemma, you misunderstand. We said stop doing the silly voice.
I wasn't.
Shh. Right, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that commoner northern voice.
No one wants to hear you speak Orcish.
Just.
Jacob fell off his seat.
Just before.
Gemma standing in a field, it's like, I am waiting for a good death.
Gemma also doesn't like mutton.
She looks exactly the same, except he's 8 feet tall. There's this huge fucking teeth.
Mutton today.
We had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
And our whiskey.
Just before the headlights can reach me, one lone moonbeam breaks through and illuminates me, and even from here I can see the terror on their faces. Grinning, I look up and they see my face.
So it's car versus girl with scythe. Who will win?
Frozen in fear, and they cannot do anything but sit and watch as I move closer. I open the...
accelerates. The moon glistens off my blade as I spin over the bumper of the car.
I open the door on the passenger side.
Get on the floor.
It takes me but a split second to decide which one I'll let live. I chose the driver only because he reminds me of my late brother. With a quick sweep of my scythe, I decapitate the other 3. He's finally got his voice back and starts screaming like you'd expect.
Right, so, okay, stop right there. So Gemma, it's you. You've got a scythe with you, the greatest weapon known to man. And a car, 4 people are in a car. You open the door, and he's like, "I'm not going to kill the driver." Then you do what with your scythe? Did you swing it? Like,
apparently,
did it bounce against the fucking? Also, once again, the scythe, the most weeaboo weapon of all time. It's more weeaboo than a katana.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
How so?
Because a katana's actual weapon. A scythe is farming equipment and a shit weapon. There's a reason why peasants use it, because they couldn't have anything better.
How does that make you a weeb, though? Just being like a...
Because fucking the Japanese love it. Look at this guy with a scythe.
How does that mean you're not from, like, Somerset? You know what I mean? Just chasing motherfuckers in your combine harvester.
Yeah, because people from Somerset would have a shotgun, not a scythe.
Your time will come, I whisper to him before I return to my spot on the hill.
Somerset.
I laugh as I watch him speed off. I know the police will believe him. I have been doing this since I was 14, and I always do it in the same manner, with the same message. It's not like I plan to kill everybody. It's just a need that has to be filled. I know it's creepy.
As the sun starts to rise, I run home back to the village I live in. Silently, I scale up to my bedroom window. I lift up the broken slate under my bed and stash my scythe, black coat, and black boots. Quickly, I don my...
Wait. You lift up a slate under your bed and stash the... Like, how big was this fucking slate? Do you know how big a scythe is?
Yeah.
It's, once again, farming equipment. It's about a 6 foot tall stick with about a 4 foot curved blade on the end of it.
Yeah. So it's like, quickly, I don my nightgown and slip into my silk sheets, a smile on my face, knowing that when I awaken, the Grim Reaper's daughter will once again be on the news. I can feel the sunshine wash onto my face. I pull the blankets over my head and scowl. I hate the sun, and you know it. I feel my mother sit down on my bed and pull the blankets off my head. And it's like, get up and put your blue dress on. We're going out for lunch. With that said, she leaves me to my own devices. I usually try to stay inside,
Gemma,
but sometimes...
can you make her stop wording at me?
What can I do?
My clueless...
Make her wear a burqa?
My clueless mother persuades me to come out, and others she makes me. And it's not got that much left to go, actually. It's like, after I've showered and dressed, because that's what we really want to know, I walk down the stairs and see my mother and father are ready to go. Sitting down in the car, I doze off, and suddenly the car jerks and I wake up just in time anyway because we've arrived. As we walk in, I almost faint. Standing in front of me is the boy from last night. My parents hug him, and that's when I realize he's my brother. He just looks different with dyed hair and stubble. He looks at me and his mouth drops as though it will hit the floor. What?
So apparently she's been murdering people with a scythe on country roads, and she didn't bother to wear a mask, and she's been doing this since she's 14.
Yeah.
Was that the story? Is that...
No, there's still...
Oh my god.
Like, quickly, I run outside and he follows. I cannot have him blowing my cover, so I run behind an old abandoned farm. And what do you know? There's a scythe here too. Quickly, I know what I must do. The moment he turns the corner, I slice his head off. I told you your time would come. I throw the scythe away and run in the opposite direction. I climb into the toilet window and walk out.
I was hoping you just climbed into the toilet and flushed yourself the fucking way.
Yeah, I walk out as if I'd gone to the toilet and reached my parents. We sat down and they look around as if expecting someone. Who are you looking for, Mama? I ask, and she looks upset. Your brother, he must have done another runner. I thought we were past this. They told me he was dead. Oh well, he is now, and they'll never know. Your time will always come. The end.
That was awful and clearly written by a 14-year-old.
Yes, there's comments.
Look, so you found a rusted scythe and was able to decapitate someone in the one strike. Then you left the body there and the murder weapon, and like pretend to be in a toilet. Like, good thing no one will find him behind this barn, and good thing fingerprints don't exist.
Well, then it's like, dumb, cliched, and the main character is nothing more than an edgy bitch. I hope the blokes over at MichaelLeroi get around to this. Well, the blokes definitely didn't, but
yeah, so you did pretty much all of it.
Well, yeah. You were just sitting in the corner.
I was eating, man. I didn't want to fucking eat until the moment.
That's always you.
I really don't understand what just happened. That was a confusing
Someone
mess.
just edged all. This is my OC. I hope it becomes popular. What do you think's worse? What do you think's worse, that or MCCP?
MCCP.
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly.
I mean, but MCCP is actually shorter.
Yeah, but the MCCP thing is just like, look at.
Oh yeah, so these days
describing the fucking hair and the panda hoodie and shit, and just like.
And at least she doesn't get into a fight with Slender Man and Jeff the Killer are hanging out because they're best buddies. On the bright side, Freddy Krueger didn't show up and get beaten up by Jeff.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon. Really big shoe.
You know the Gemma if Logan's eaten?
Your mum has fed him, yeah.
Cool.
Fed him to the sharks.
Wait, which episode did we do the then end thing on? I can't even remember.
Then end? What's that?
We just like the stories came to an abrupt stop, and then one of us just went then end.
I cannot remember.
Neither can I.
But it was a recent one.
Like.
Oh, so then I probably wasn't in it. I think you've only released one that I've been in since I got back out of hospital.
Yeah. We've recorded a new one, obviously, which
Well, we've got
hasn't
tons
been
of new ones
edited.
to
Well,
get
but I mean, we did one fairly recently that was the one that had the Hey Arnold story on it, and we got the Jurassic Park ones as well. Fucking double episode of Jurassic Park creepypastas.
Like unequivocally the worst Jurassic Park in terms of relation to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us has played Fortnite, nor will.
No, I don't. I don't have autism, so I haven't played Fortnite.
I just haven't bothered with it because basically any sort of online games I just lose interest in really quickly.
Oh, I think then End was from meeting Ben Drown's sister. Oh yeah, I knew I read
well,
that
that
one.
wasn't the.
That was before we went to Brazil and before.
Yeah, I was in hospital, so yeah, because I did that one.
Oh no, my foot went to sleep.
Well, then sit down again, you.
But I need to get off.
Well, then sit down and wait till it gets up. If you fall over, I'm just going to point and laugh. It's the same thing I say to my elderly father.
You fall down again.
Yeah.
I'm just going to point and laugh this time.
I literally do that. It's like, oh, I need to walk a bit farther. Like, so you can just stop here. Sit in the wheelchair.
Why the heck is it joke pasta now? So basically, it got deleted for bullying, and apparently
calling it a troll pasta is like too mean and sensitive to their tender little bottoms.
Apparently, Wikia or fandom, as it's now called, decided that this wiki is dedicated only to trolling and raids, and I'm like, no, you just have seen the word troll and
decided to
panicked basically. So it's coming back, it's slowly being rebuilt.
Apparently, Slime Beast did a video on it.
Yeah,
so
he did.
He's like the expert.
Yeah, I think he did the first video on it, which just basically showed what people who worked on the Trollbuster Wiki, like the admins had to say, and then also showed what fandom had to say about it. It was pretty fucking ridiculous, the whole thing, and should not have happened.
But the knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, it was completely fucking.
And now all those links to those stories are ruined. You're gonna have to go through all of them individually. More work for Jacob.
The thing is,
or you've just not.
Yeah, I just won't. Things like I haven't been linking the stories in later videos anyway, because I found that not all the time, but sometimes we'll link the story, and certain members of the audience will go over and just spurg the fuck out, and it's just like
they should.
Like, well, this isn't funny.
Especially
on like their DeviantArt pages, and they'll like go and tell them like, "Oh, you're the fucking worst writer ever," and stuff. I'm like, this is.
They're clearly not.
Yeah,
they haven't found they haven't made money off of it, so that makes them the worst if they're getting actually.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons we've stopped sticking the link in the description thing, because people were really abusing it.
Because
it was there so you could read along with the story. People are really abusing. Well, it's just a couple of people, but they've sort of ruined it for everyone else, which is often the case, to be honest.
Just like zoos, a few people said they were bored of them, so they shut down all the zoos and had to.
I remember when that happened. Yeah, when they euthanized all the lions.
I believe it was in 1956 when they
people were just sick of zoos, so they had to genetically engineer new animals.
I mean, it was really cruel the way they did. Like when they had to euthanize them, they didn't even. It wasn't even nice. They just like got a railroad spike and like a hammer and just cracked it into a lion's skull. I'm not sure why they were so mean about it. But now we have genetically engineered invisible dinosaurs somehow.
Apparently the Blood Whistle guy is also a major plagiarist as well.
So he ripped off someone else who was boring.
Yeah. There's a group called Toby Gets a Girlfriend by Playing Fortnite. I imagine they mean Tiki Toby, but I'd love to think it was Toby Mitchell. It's like, oh, this game's great!
Battle Royale's on a new hot thing. I'm going to make my own game.
I'm sorry.
This is what he says to like the shareholders and like people who funded it. Oh wait, I'm thinking of Cliff Brzezinski. So, hey, I was responsible for Gears of War. Give me lots of money to make games that I'm copying from other people. What was it? It's Thingy Heights. Was it Thingy Heights? Something Heights? People in the chat, was that Cliff Brzezinski game? There's because he ripped off there's Lawbreakers, which was was that better or worse than Battleborn? And I'm just talking to the chat main really because they're probably more on the thing. And then he did Something Heights, which was just a game show version of Fortnite, and like, yeah, I've no real interest in competitive like shooter things. Basically, anything that's like, oh, you need to keep doing this if you want to be good and get shit. That's why I suck at MMOs.
Yeah, the Laughing Jack video is back now. I don't know what happened to it. No explanation was given.
Yeah, I was just checking out the old a while ago, like and I was like looking at the views, and it's like 4,000 views.
Yeah, so it's pretty shit. And then you go, oh right, it's actually only been up a few weeks.
It's like, because like, not to like toot our own horn or tug our own dicks or whatever, but we usually get at least, I don't know, minimum like 10,000 views. And
well, the Laughing Jack one had loads. It had like 60,000 or 80,000 or something like that. It had a lot.
Yeah. It's like, it's not even like something, it's something that has to be like obscure or like a Super Brits Bro episode or something.
Yeah, but it had plenty of views. We've got to try and regain those views. It's kind of annoying, but
we need to do a top 10 or something because I want to talk about like top 10 episodes.
I fucking hate top 10 videos.
I know, that's what we want to make money like Mojo.
Top 10's a cancer. Man.
Yeah, we used to do it. Remember we did like the top.
Yeah, back when we were cancer.
Yeah, we're still cancer.
That's true. We are like. What's amazing though is we're not anywhere near the worst part of this community at all. Like,
we're the ones making fun of it.
Yeah, somehow there are people way fucking worse. And that's
in terms of like in terms of like how we
in terms of quality control, in terms of content, but also just general cringiness. But also in just terms of like being like just like behavior, like like the way fucking Snuff Bomb and MCP and
people who I don't know,
Old Man Murphy and all these people are, and they're just fucking pieces of shit,
I don't know who it is. Like, have I done an episode with them? No. Then like, no. I was saying to Jacob earlier, I think it's like funny like how some of our like what are they called, contemporaries, probably the best word, like have so much like, I mean there's like so much more like effort into actually the editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like was it Fish Stick?
Fish Stick on a Stick.
Yeah, Fish Stick on a Stick. Puts loads of effort into his videos, and it's just like us, just three of us, like edit out every single time Toby says something incredibly racist about black people, because he does it a lot.
He never stops, honestly.
Seriously,
it's so terrible.
And don't even get started on the Chinese.
I can't believe we're friends with him. To be honest, like literally.
Well, we were friends with V for his. We were friends with V for his racist.
We were friends for him. Do you remember? Like that's why we stopped hanging out with him.
No, because Rob told us he was racist once, and we believed him.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't. We just didn't hang out with V for like a year and a half
because we heard he was racist, and he just literally was not. It was a complete fabrication.
You can't really trust Rob because he's actually just a bunch of locusts under a blanket.
Yeah, in the trench. It's just three kids stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Inside jokes. What was I saying before that? Oh yeah, it's like Fish Sticks on the Stick and Hoodlum's Revenge, or But then again, it's just the three of us. So it's easier just to like knock out jokes and not put too much there.
Well. It's all right now with I was just people talking about Laughing Jack. If you go to the first Laughing Jack video we did, the comment section's fairly normal now. There's people laughing and making fun of the story. But when we first did it, there was like this knee-jerk reaction.
Oh, well, you mean the very first, like the original, like
the first Laughing Jack story, not the origin, but the one that's just called Laughing Jack. The comment section's totally normal now, but for the first like month, there was this like really weird like Spurg fest happening in the comments.
Like how he's such an icon, like
It was like how,
but as much as I don't like to talk about like Jeff the Killer, Jeff the Killer is an icon of creepypasta.
But it was like we'd gone too far somehow.
You was like,
oh no, Laughing Jack! Oh, you cannot touch Laughing Jack.
Yeah, that one where you're like, was it? Oh hell no!
Yeah, there was that one guy was like, oh hell no, and I always remember that because it was so funny. But there are people who are unsubbing and stuff, and I'm like, what the? Fuck?
We make fun of shitty stories. This is a shitty story.
Oh, thank you so much. Is that Paul? Paul of the Earth?
He gave you $10 million.
$5. Thank you very much for that. That's a very generous donation. He says, glad to see you guys still making content. Got a story suggestion if you're interested. Well, that's what we're here for, my dude. Drop us a story. Probably should have included it in the little bubble, but I will keep my eye on the chat for it.
Another $5 to read the next guy.
It's like, yeah, just give us another $5 and learn from you. No, I'm kidding. But just pop the name of the story in the description in the chat, and I'll keep my eye open for it.
I'm getting hungry too, so I might.
I remember when somebody like spoke at us for saying Jap side. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh God!
I tried explaining to the guy. I'm like, you understand what? He's like, it's a slur. You can't say Japs. It's a slur. I'm like, okay. You understand though that in this context, when it's just an expression and that it's not doesn't actually mean that. And it's like,
literally,
yeah, but it contains the word Jap. I'm like, do you know what the word context means?
Like,
no one does.
It doesn't. It didn't actually occur to me that it could be interpreted. I've been like, that's been like a slang term for years, and it
this
just
guy probably wasn't English as well, because I don't think it's a slang term outside of England either. So it didn't.
Well, it's like it's a bunch of stuff we use, like batty.
Yeah.
Like how many people are like?
Definitely.
What the fuck does batty mean?
You say Jap side in Scotland as well.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but also like I thought like it's not like Jap as in Japanese,
Yeah.
but Jap would just mean something else. It's like a colloquialism for
Well,
something.
to be honest, because the amount of people who just call it their Japs as well, they don't call it their Japs eye. Because I remember when I was when we were doing the Dead Walk and the scene where he's pissed in the bottle.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a moment where like he was actually going to pee in it, and James was quite adamant. He goes, "No, I want to see the Japs. Like I want to get a close up of the Japs and the urine just." I was like, "Why?" He was like, "I'll just freak people out."
And then he talked about his girlfriend's prostate.
That was a different James.
All right.
But yeah, so I mean, it was just like a word people use for it. But yeah.
Have you spoken to James or Ben recently?
Not that James, although I have briefly spoken with Japside James.
That's his name.
Who?
So a detective, Japside James.
He
shoots people in the dick all the time.
So Japside James was
literally just normal detective story. And the villain at the end just shoots him in the dick.
It's like New American Hero. It's Japside.
He watched Gemma's new film and was really impressed with it, and he was just like,
"Needs more Japside." Toby didn't get his dick out at all.
And he was like, "Oh, this is really great." Like Toby was really good, and all I could think of was like in our film when Toby me and Japside James made together, and and Toby was just like, "I like films."
Like,
what's more fun than capping zombies? Like, such an awful performance.
Gemma, like when you were naming the characters in the film, did you use Jacob's inspirational weapon naming his characters, which is the closest people you know? Just use their names.
I generally just think of people that are in my inner circle and just like
and then just change their names over.
Actually, I chose the names like the last names of the characters Bishop and Stoker is from one of my favorite movies, Assault on Precinct 13. So that's, and then Henry and Raymond were just names that came out of midair.
That's why you got like 4 films where everyone's called Matt, Nathan, and like Toby.
Yeah, like I don't think I've used Toby, but I've used Ray a couple of times.
I'm sure you also used Jake once.
Jake, yeah, it is Jake.
Jakey Gyllenhaal.
And Dale. Sure.
I'm just waiting for that link to be posted, or like the name of the story.
Or just send it to him on Twitter or email or some crap. Depending on how long it is, we might not read it now because we'll probably. I'm getting hungry, and that involves me needing to go back to my house because I can only eat.
He's not going to eat our food.
No, because it's probably filthy vegetarian. Like there's no meat in it. Not near enough meat. There's a little bit of meat, but then it needs to be more meat.
Meat, then bread, then more meat. It's like an inside-out burger.
You could tell that was made in Australia because it's upside down. It's an upside down idea. And it's also criminal.
Paul of Earth. Right, it's fine.
Can you just control F, look for it?
Blocking the web address. I'll try to circumvent that. What else? Where is he?
Well, Jake will just type his home address.
Has the most batshit insane twist. Okay, where is it? It's up in the chat. No, mate, literally, I've got no message from you with the name of the story.
It seems to be blocking it. So what Jacob's going to do is he's either going to save you his home address or phone number into the chat, and then you just send it to him that way.
Yeah, I'll just...
Also his social security number and passport.
I'll just post my home fucking address. That's a great idea.
Please do not do that.
I'll do it for you.
One time we were really drunk, and I was inputting my PIN number. We were in a shit part. We were in a bad neighborhood as well. And I was inputting my PIN number, and Matt, like off his tits, just fucking starts shouting my PIN number out as a joke. So what the fuck are you doing?
You immediately changed it. I only got two numbers in.
Yeah, I was fuming, mate.
Oh my God, Jacob, you're withdrawing £250 in untraceable bills, and your PIN number is also. You're also carrying a lot of gold on you for some reason. And a tremendous amount of drugs.
Mental drugs.
Yeah, that way you can get superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't remember much, like, because this was years ago, and also what I do remember is we were off our fucking tits, but I remember you doing that and me.
Yeah, I remember that and you getting pissed about it.
My fucking mind.
Unjustifiably angry, you have to say. I mean, I hadn't taken your card from you yet.
He's not fucking posted it in the chat. It's weird. Oh well.
Is that it?
No, that's somebody else. The guy who actually paid for the story hasn't put the link for it.
You just keep telling him that just because. Better put in more.
He wrote here. It's up in the chat, but I scrolled up. This Pikmin pasta has one of those batches we've ever seen. Like, okay,
yeah, so it's just
what is the Pikmin pasta like?
What's the name of it? And then
the guy's called Paul of Earth. I'm looking for the name of the story because he says he's posted it, but he just literally has not.
Wait a minute. If he says he's Paul of Earth, maybe he's secretly an alien.
Hmm.
Reverse psychology. Just like The Room.
No, we don't go on webcam. We're
Jacob gets freaked out by webcams. They always think they're spying on him.
I had this. I talked about this in the Discord once, but it's a genuine thought I had. I was thinking about how sometimes, like, you know, like MI6 or the FBI watch you through your webcam, and I thought, like, I wonder if the FBI agent who watches me through my webcam thinks I'm a loser. It's like a genuine, like, really neurotic thought I had once. And it was really freaking me out.
And that's
like,
why
I
you're
didn't
an
care
idiot.
that I was being spied on, but I was just like, which I almost certainly am not. But I had this fear, like, it wasn't that I had a fear.
Well, you're on the FBI watch list.
Yeah.
Let's watch this guy in England. He mocked the chief's story.
Yeah, exactly. No, it wasn't that I was frightened I was being spied on. It was, I hope the person who spies on me doesn't think I'm a loser.
Apparently, if you aren't a mod, you can't post links.
Yeah.
So if you just put the name of the story,
Yeah, just write the name of it, mate, and we'll find it.
And where it
It's
is.
just Pikmin the Creepypasta. It's the only one.
It's just said it's Pikmin on Joke Pasta. All right, cool.
Pickleman. What are you looking for? Your credit card? I've already stolen it.
I was looking for
How
my
the
phone,
details?
actually. Oh, it's buried.
Right up your ass.
Just
Way up
FYI,
there.
Logan will probably be back in a few
That's all right.
minutes.
We'll hopefully have time to read this story.
Yeah.
Probably won't. Probably just have to set fire to the house and start over. Then he'll charge you for extra rent for the fire. Fire counts as a person. You're only allowed to have 3 people in the house at one time.
Someone Joke Pasta. Search. There we go.
I fucking hate that new click on the thing to open up the
So
search bar.
fucking shit,
What? Why? Why can't it just always be open?
Okay, Pikmin.
Like, it's not taking up anything in its space.
Again, it's just called Pikmin because there is one just called Pikmin, so I'm hoping this is the one.
Pickleman.
It's broken into little sections, but they're all fairly short.
All
right. When I went to play Pikmin, something strange happened. It was fucking straight into it, isn't it? The first time I noticed...
I've always been a big fan of Pikmin.
Much like everyone else.
The first time I noticed its changes was when the Nintendo screen popped up, and I heard in a rather demonic voice, Pikmin. My God, that moment was fucking scary.
Because it was Claw from Inspector Gadget.
The intro. Like I said, the Nintendo screen had a demonic voice. Everything else was normal. I soon saw the title screen, and the music in the background would haunt me forever. It was a distorted version of the original title screen. The original theme had a sort of calm, natural vibe to it. But this one was so fucked up. The game started up rather oddly. Instead of letting me select a file, it just went straight into the game. All was normal. When I saw an unusual texture on the ground, I was rather oblivious to the consequences, but I wanted to know about it. as soon as Olimar ran on top of the ground, as soon as Gardner Gus. The world around him became distorted and glitchy. If I got Olimar to throw a Pikmin, it would just freeze in midair. So I tried my best not to do it again. During the game, I heard music that reminded me of the reversed Song of Healing, which only supported my curiosity as well as my fear.
Ben drowned in
Curiosity
Pikmin.
got the better of me.
Olimar ran through the meshy plain, while his Pikmin slowly changed colours. These colours soon turned darker and darker, until they became completely black, and the sounds they made were no longer cheerful and squeaky. They were now unnerving and demonic. Eventually, I came across a cave. And this is like the bulk of the fucking story is the cave.
Get the fuck out of my cave.
Gardner Gus wants to keep his cave.
The cave was weirder than anything I could expect from Pikmin. It was like Olimar was walking through space, standing on a rocky bridge. Stars glittering all around, comets flying every so often. What really caught my eye was the small, swirling galaxy below. At the edge of the bridge was one of the holes you use to go deeper. As you would want to see more of what the hell is going on, I got Olimar to jump down the hole for an unexpected surprise. Okay, screamed Ness. Once down there, the camera suddenly changed to view from Olimar's eyes. Olimar moved forward into the cave. What a cave it was. What a mansion! I spent almost 10 minutes trying to find an exit, all thanks to the giant room in the center. But this was no ordinary room. This room is what would be stuck in my mind all the time. All around the room were horrific dead bodies. Not like Olimar, they were more humanoid. They had no real detail to them. Nothing but a face of misery and pain.
They have a black void where their pussy should be.
As you would think. This wouldn't be too scary. But once I walked through the dark gap at the north end of the room, the moment soon afterwards would be stuck in my memory for eternity. As Olimar walked into the room, all I could see was what appeared to be the end of a carpet. And on each side was a metal rod with a candlestick on it. He's about to walk in on like Wii Fit Trainer. When Olimar started passing the candles, they would light up. After passing the third set of candles, an eerie voice from nowhere began to talk. Not in English, but in German.
The scariest language known to man.
Along with this upsetting voice was English subtitles that appeared at the bottom of the screen. It was telling a story. He was out of options.
Harder for a line.
For he knew he had lost. Once last attempt of retaliation had him left for dead. His body was secretly sealed in a cave, never to be found. But unfortunately, none had ever discovered his true cause of death. Only the gods knew of his fate, vowing never to reveal it until their lives have ended. They did exactly that. After their deaths, many people gave up trying to learn the secret, searching for other ways to find it. Still, after several years, no one had found it. The only thing that people knew was it had been very painful. This pain was great. So great he had gouged his own eyes out and bit off his tongue in a desperate attempt to end his suffering. Why would that end your suffering? He only lay
gouging out your eyes. I'm so
biting off your own tongue.
Well, that's because you hope to bleed to death.
Yeah. He screamed for his guards to put a bullet in his brain, but they kept their promise even as they stared into the eyes of their master. They were too loyal. So loyal that those guards were the very people who had sealed him away. Another part of their promise. 2 years later, the cave had collapsed, and because of that, the cave had become unexplorable. Everyone who knew of the cave soon forgot about it. The only thing that was left of the cave was a giant mound. A month afterwards, a yowie. The guards returned to give possession to the man they had been so loyal. But to their astonishment, the cave was no more.
The locals gave reports of unidentified flying machines landing near the cave. When the people visited the cave the very next day, it was gone. So now that man is here. I was buried with him for companion. What?
I don't know what's happening. I looked away for a second, and then Olimar turned into some guy in a cave or something.
It's really confusing. This man will soon return. This man soon begin a new era of society.
The Axis Society.
This man is right. Everybody, shut up! I've got to do this again because this really does bear this. This is worth the suspense. This man will soon return. This man will soon begin a new era of society. This man is Adolf Hitler.
What?
Adolf Hitler in Pikmin. Just think about that for a moment. I thought Adolf Hitler in Call of Duty was weird, but like at least that was about war. Why is Hitler in Pikmin?
It's like, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like talk about Pikmin and Omar or whatever the fuck his name is, exploring a cave, and then some people are like when he throws someone, they get stuck in the air, and he's like, oh, the cave goes down a hole, and then it's like I fell asleep and woke up, and you're reading a different story.
Is Hitler recruiting?
Somebody named Adolf Hitler in the chat. Went, oh fuck, I forgot about all of this. Somebody rolled in RPing as Hitler just for this moment. So that's wonderful. Once his long speech had ended, Olimar finally reached the end of the carpet. At the end was a colossal swastika floating above the giant throne. Voices began to chant, Sieg Heil! I was now completely in shock. What the hell is Nazi shit doing on this game? As I had this thought, the cave began to rumble around Olimar. Suddenly, a heavy object hit the ground. I turned the camera angle up to see a horrific monster in the visage of a swastika standing in front of Olimar. I began to press buttons. I tried throwing Pikmin at it.
So this is a great secret boss.
But the beast...
So like a giant swastika monster, and Olimar throwing Pikmin at it. Okay, so that's the scene.
Oh.
We need to get Toby to reenact this.
But the beast just smashed him out of the way. It started moving towards Olimar, making him walk back up the carpet. The monster followed him and followed him until Olimar reached the end of the room. A door began to close down on the exit. Desperately, Olimar only managed to get out of the room, leaving the monster trapped. A message instantly popped up on the screen again with the German voice. So, you managed to escape. That doesn't end in loss for the king, for he will be waiting until next time.
Why is the monster Dracula?
The screen then became black. That's literally the closest I could do to a German accent. And stayed that way, forcing me to switch the console off. The conclusion. I have no idea what the fuck was going on at that point. It's sure this isn't just like a comment. All I knew was that my games must be haunted. I may never know. I'm not going on that game again. Not until I feel up to it. Hopefully when I do.
Let's start a Let's Play series.
The glitches will be gone. They'll patch out Hitler from the new Pikmin game.
I'm surprised he wasn't in the new Smash Bros.
Hitler confirmed for Smash. The last sentence in this fucking story is hopefully when I do, the glitches will be gone. Fucking hell.
So is that the reason why Waluigi wasn't in the new Smash Bros?
Not to make way for Hitler.
He's just got his moveset instead.
I mean, they've got a mustache. They've got a funny voice.
So yeah. It's like just like slip or a cheap palette swap.
Oh my goodness!
I think that does it for the evening.
Yeah, we are not We are not going to get a better story than that. Thank you so much to Paul of Earth for that suggestion.
That wonderful story.
Oh, thank you so much. Spoke for £2. Thank you, very kind. So that's how Logan's World War III movie will end. Oh, Matt, did I tell you about this? Like, Logan was like announcing some of his movie ideas on stream, right? And I knew most of them. I knew he wants to do one called Mask of Dracula. He's already started work on one called The Mummy Walks Among Us. I was like, cool, cool, cool. And then he announced one I didn't know about. So this was to an announcement to me, and he went, and I'm also working on an idea, which is World War III, The Revenge of Hitler. So I'm just like, Logan's basically making Wolfenstein.
I was hoping it would be like World War III, The Jews Strike Back.
So the Jews are like the Empire, but the Empire strikes back. The movie, it has a sad ending where Hitler loses.
Hitler's thrown in carbonite, and all the Jewish spaceships are shaped like pyramids because they built them. It's just footage from Stargate SG-1. They got golden pyramids, the most Jewish thing ever.
Like all this sad music plays as the Nazis are defeated. Like the Allies like fly off into space.
It would be the love interest. Everyone's, I love you. I know.
Okay, we can't. I mean,
we're not going to
channel immediately sucked. Context matters, folks. All right. Thanks very much for coming along to the